Thank you so much for being here. We have a wonderful turnout. I was introduced. Yes, I am Ellen Feldman-Lohman, and my husband Dennis and I have been Gwynedd residents for over 9.5 years. It's my pleasure to introduce two very musically talented friends of mine, Dr. Barbara Toro and Joseph Duffy. Many of you have heard Barbara's beautiful soprano voice here before. This is her 4th concert here at Gwynedd. She and I were colleagues at Temple Music Prep, a division of Temple University's Boyer College of Music for over 25 years. Having both retired, we have enjoyed a lovely friendship as well as performing together. And as I say, your friend's friend becomes your friend. And that is exactly how I met Joe Duffy. When Barbara and I were planning this concert, she wanted very much to perform Schubert's Shepherd on the Rock, which features voice, piano, and clarinet. She has been friends with Joe for more than 45 years. He's a wonderful clarinetist who began playing his clarinet when he was 12 years old. However, he received his accounting degree from Temple and was hired by Price Waterhouse, where he was employed for 31 years, retiring as a partner. So now he's very involved with all kinds of music making, pursuing his love for his clarinet again. I know that you will be very impressed with my friends Barbara and Joe.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Joe Duffy. Our first piece this evening is by a Frenchman by the name of André Messager. Monsieur Messager lived in Paris around the turn of the 19th century and was noted for his comic operas and operettas, but he also wrote some other tunes, including the one I'll be performing, Solo de Concours. Solo de Concours was written as a contest piece for the National Conservatory in Paris. I think it was a torture piece, but it has some very lovely, it's one piece, at the beginning has a light, bouncy, triplet kind of melody, leading to a middle section that's very melodic, which Messager is known for, and then kind of an ending that takes off quite quickly. So I hope you enjoy it, and Solo de Concours. Gotta change my papers.
Yeah.
3 pairs of glasses, can't see out of any of them. Anybody relate to that? Big concert? Big concert?
Sorry, there's a little prep time here. Okay. Tired, you tired?
You say so?
So, Florence Beatrice Smith Price, born in 1887, died 1953, the first African-American woman to achieve national recognition. She was born into a prominent black family in Little Rock, Arkansas. Her father, Dr. James H. Smith, was a successful dentist, inventor, and published author. Her mother, Florence Irene, was an elementary school teacher and businesswoman, and Florence's first music teacher. Florence attended the New England Conservatory of Music, graduating in 1906 with a soloist's diploma in organ and a teacher's diploma in piano. She wrote over 300 compositions, including 20 orchestral works and over 100 art songs and arrangements of spirituals. Her music reflects not only the romantic nationalist style of the period, but also her cultural heritage. During her life, she won awards for her compositions, but struggled to be recognized because of her race. Her music became lost and was recently discovered in an abandoned house. The Philadelphia Orchestra's conductor, Yannick Nézet-Séguin, championed the resurgence of Florence Price's music, especially her 4 symphonies. In 2022, her symphonies 1 and 3 won a Grammy for Best Orchestra Performance by the Philadelphia Orchestra. So the piano sonata that I'm going to play is in E minor, is an expansive work in the Romantic tradition, with some themes from spirituals, plus dance rhythms which reflect her cultural heritage. It has 3 movements. I will play the first 2 for you now, and the 3rd movement at the end of the concert. I'm using a new page turner, which is
getting used to, kind of getting used to just sitting there, not doing anything. So, this next piece is the earliest song cycle written for voice and clarinet. It's called 3 Songs by Gordon Jacobs. Joe and I thought it might be considered to give our dear friend Ellen a little break after all that playing that she did before tackling yet another difficult piece coming after this one. 3 Songs for Soprano and Clarinet was written by the English composer Gordon Jacobs. Jacobs was also a professor at the Royal College of Music in London, serving on the faculty beginning in 1924 until his retirement in 1966. Jacobs was greatly influenced by early 20th century French and Russian composers. One of his contemporaries once said of Jacobs that his clarity of structure and instrumental writing shows a keen awareness of the capabilities and limitations of every instrument. Both of these influences are quite evident in this particular song cycle. One more interesting fact about the piece is the lyrics. Jacobs chose the text from 3 17th century English secular madrigals. Although the lyricist for the first song, Of All the Birds That I Do Know, is unknown, the text for Flow My Tears was written by John Dowland, while the last piece, Ho Who Comes Here, was authored by Thomas Moreland.
Okay, so people want to know why I have 2 clarinets.
Oh,
Can I
yes.
just
Oh,
mention
please do.
something now?
Please
So
do.
my friend Marcia asked me, why do I have 2 clarinets? Well,
In case he breaks one?
no, one I play, the other's a weapon. Some would say they're both a weapon when I one's pitched in B flat, and this is pitched in A, which means that if you play a C concert, it sounds like a B flat on the littler clarinet. If I play a C here, it'll sound like an A. So it's written for transposition purposes, mostly for orchestras, and that's why I'm playing 2 clarinets.
Wonderful.
Are you ready?
No, but it's okay.
We're doing it anyway.
Okay. Of all the birds that I do know, Philip, my sparrow, hath no peer. For sits she high, or sits she low, be she far off, or be she near, there is no bird so fair, so fly, nor yet so fresh as this of mine. For when she once has felt the fit, Philip will cry out yet, yet, yet. She never wanders far abroad, but is at home when I do call. If I come and she lays alone, with lips, with teeth, with tongue and all, she chirps, she makes such cheer, that I believe she has no peer. For when she once has felt the fit, Philip will cry yet, 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 yet. And to tell the truth, he were to blame, having so fine a bird as she, to make him all his goodly game, without suspect or jealousy. He were a child and knew no good, would say her faint from lack of food. For when she once has felt the fit, Philip will cry still yet, yet, yet. with bagpiping and drumming. Oh, 'tis a more rest and fancy a coming. Come ladies, come quickly and see about how trim they dance and trickly. Leave here again how the bells they shake it. Hey ho, now for welcome and take it. Soft a while, piper, not away so fast. The handmaid, seest thou not the dancers swell them? Stand out a while, you come to for a singing. Then give the hobby horse more room to play I'm going to invite Ellen to come back. So, De Hert auf dem Felsen, or Shepherd on the Rock, was actually the inspiration for this recital. Joe and I had been wanting to do it for years. We did do it once when we were very, very young. I really shouldn't have done it back then. But we couldn't seem to find a piano player brave enough to tackle it with us until I proposed it to Ellen.
Nobody wanted to work with us.
Well, there's that too. Shepherd on the Rock was written by Franz Schubert in response to a request by a friend of his, Pauline Anna Milder Hauptmann. An operatic soprano, Pauline was looking for a showpiece that would provide the opportunity to express a wide range of emotions. Using the text from poetry by Wilhelm Müller, Schubert composed this lead in 3 connecting sections. The first section is warm and hopeful as our lonely shepherd listens to the echoes rising up from the valley below. The second section becomes somber and sad as the shepherd sings of his loneliness during the cold winter months alone in the hills. And in the third section, the shepherd's spirits are finally lifted as he anticipates the joyful coming of spring, or der Frühling.
So Schubert is one of the long line of composers that suffered the curse of the clarinet. So the curse of the clarinet is there are a number of composers who, among their very last works, were for clarinet. Mozart wrote his famous clarinet concerto, Concerto 622. I think it was only up to the 630s or something like that. He died after that. Brahms came out of retirement to write 2 lovely sonatas and what I think is probably one of the most beautiful pieces of music, his quintet for strings and clarinet. He died shortly after that. Schubert, Camille Saint-Saëns wrote a sonata, Kick the Bucket, and Francis Poulenc wrote, they actually found, Benny Goodman commissioned a sonata, which is a wonderful piece of work, and they actually found it on his desk after he died. So Benny was lucky, he'd already paid for it and he wanted it. So, Shepherd on the Rock. Yes.
Der Frühling will kommen, der Frühling meine Freude, morgen wie früh sich zum Tag bereit. Ihr weit, weit schwebet, ihr Freude, die Stimme bringt, ihr Well, working on this piece, we thought, wonder if there are any other songs about sheep, shepherds, goats, you know? So, this next piece, we thought might be a fun song to do. Became popular, it's a popular song from The Sound of Music. And it does fit our, I mean, they're goats, but you know, sheep, goats, really, what's the difference? So, that was really bad. So, it tells the whimsical story of a lonely goat herd whose yodeling is heard far and wide and by passerbys until he falls in love with a girl wearing a pale pink coat and whose mother also joins in the yodeling. In the 1965 movie version, this song appears in the scene where the children are putting on a little puppet show with marionettes. However, in the original 1959 Broadway musical production that starred Mary Martin,
We're smoking hot.
Oh, I saw it. This song was actually sung by Maria to comfort the Von Trapp family children during the thunderstorm, where when we saw it in the movie, they did it with My Favorite Things. Personally, I think the screenwriter Ernest Lehman's decision to reposition the song to the puppet show scene really helped to enhance its popularity as a delightfully charming song, not only for children, but adults as well. High on a hill was a lonely goat herd. Loud was the voice of the lonely goat herd. Folks in a town that was quite remote heard. Lusty and clear from the goat herd's throat. Oh, lady, oh, lady, oh, men on the road with a load to tote her. One little girl in a pale pink coat hood, she owed up to the lonely goat herd, lady, soon her mama was a gleaming goat herd. What a good work for a girl and goat herd, lady, soon the duet will become a trio, lady, I'll make enough so just sit still for just a couple of pieces. This next piece, we knew that we were going to be doing this recital pretty close to Thanksgiving, so we thought it might be nice to include a song that would help everybody get in the holiday spirit. We wanted to be something that conveyed a meaningful message and possibly fit in with our sheep shepherd theme. So Irving Berlin wrote this song. He'd been suffering from terrible, terrible insomnia. He went to his doctor complaining, belly aching about his problem, and asked the doctor, what should he do? His doctor very patiently replied, speaking of doing something about your insomnia, did you ever try counting your blessings? Well, thanks to that doctor's wise advice, the world was given a musical gift when Bing Crosby and Rosemary Clooney performed Counting Your Blessings instead of sheep in the quintessential holiday movie, White Christmas. When my bankroll So if you're worried and you can't sleep, just count your blessings instead of sheep, and you'll fall asleep, counting your blessings.
So before, I can just tell you, this is the third movement of the price.
Well, first of all, Ellen, Joe, and myself just really would love to thank everyone here, all you good people who came out to listen to us this evening. But before you go, we thought we'd just squeeze in just one more piece that fits in with the sheep and the shepherd thing. So the tune is by Mo Kaufman. It was originally written as a jazz instrumental piece in 1957. Becoming extremely popular with over 300 recordings made by the likes of Count Basie, Herbie Mann, and David Rose. Lyrics were then added in 1958 when it was recorded by the legendary Ella Fitzgerald. The name of our encore piece is Swingin' Shepherd Blues.
Give me a thorn.
You already got one.
It's good, don't you? Annie, I'm waiting for the last one to commit. If I can't find the last one, I return your check.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, I hope you get it. He needs the exercise in the
I
winter
like
time.
it, but
Yeah.
but
We'll have to
Dawn
bring
will
her-
not commit. Dawn, so we only have
Why
four.
not?
He said he doesn't want to pay the money to play. I don't know.
Oh, well, in the winter, what else are you gonna do?
I
You
know,
can't do it
I know, but
outside.
everybody
Yeah.
has different way to think.
Yeah, I
Thank
guess
you
so.
for doing what you did.
Oh.
Yeah, that was great.
Maybe
yeah.
I'll say something to him.
Yeah. When you
Go
see him,
ahead.
just say something. Just
Yeah.
say, we need you.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I need one more.
Did you say wait?
What a beautiful woman you are, plus with a beautiful voice.
We'll pay you later.
Excuse me.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Come back again.
Okay, will do. Will do. Thank you.